Support us by subscribing, ring the notification bell, press all, and thumbs up. Thank you.
Once they get off the bus from ADAG, first they'll get a warm reception from the soldiers, then they'll move into the welcome tent. So at the welcome tent, they'll be screened for COVID-19. Then they'll assume their positions for the welcome brief, where we'll put up a map, give them the rundown on kind of welcome to the United States, where they are, and some camp expectations for their process moving forward. From that, they'll move on next to their building assignment for billets. Once they get to the billet assignment, they'll be tracked by family units so they can stay with families, and if they express concerns about family groups knowing each other, we'll do our best in order to assist with that process and make sure they can stay co-located with the people they know. Soldiers from BEB, particularly my soldiers, are working a couple different jobs across Donayana Village. So some of my soldiers are working at reception for COVID screening, both day and night shift, while other soldiers are working at COVID isolation to help out our Afghan visitors who do test positive for COVID and require that quarantine time or isolation. In addition to that, that same group of soldiers is actually doing a phenomenal job helping out where they can around Donayana Village in terms of building benches, resting spots, as well as partitions, wherever they can, lend their hand to construct and double as those engineer tasks. My soldiers are particularly MICO, but everybody's kind of taken on that engineer outlook here to just chip in where they can. The COVID testing process will begin when those families enter the reception tent. They'll be kept as a family unit and escorted to one of the tables where we have linguists available to help describe the process of COVID testing. All our soldiers are equipped and trained to demonstrate how that COVID-19 test will take place, and ideally our Afghan visitors will actually be able to administer the tests on themselves, provided they're doing it to draw accurate information, doing it correctly. And we have trained COVID testers there to ensure that that's taking place, demonstrate as well as assist. From arriving to getting the housing assignment, the biggest piece of friction is just ensuring that we maintain that housing capability. So every day we're building new billets, tents for these families to relocate to, and as those tents come online, the LSA or the area around Donayana Village will expand. So it's finding available space to keep those families with their family units in a way that's not too far away from amenities. So just because we have the beds online doesn't mean that those houses or billets are inhabitable, because they also need the resources surrounding that, like latrines, DFAC. So we can't outpace those resources and amenities that are tied to housing. So helping people, that's the big one. Every soldier loves training, but out here you can really see the impact immediately as you're taking action. So every day we get better, and there's immediate feedback in our performance because our Afghan visitors are happy. They'll run up. Sometimes they express concern, sometimes they express joy at some of the resources that have been implemented. So when our soldiers build a bench, and then immediately our Afghan visitors are sitting on that bench, enjoying their quiet time in the evening, you've done a good job. As well as you'll see soldiers out here after we build soccer goals, playing soccer with our Afghan visitors. So that kind of immediate feedback is the positive outlook for soldiers, and they're getting out here, getting to interact, and they see that immediate mission improvement right after they're done their tasks.
So currently right now in Donayana housing area, we're the COVID testing. We're facilitating all the COVID tests for the evacuees that are coming through. So far it's been enlightening. It's a new thing for all of us. For me and my soldiers wise, it's a great experience that we're being able to help all the evacuees that are coming through. The interpreters help us out a lot. with the language barrier between ourselves and the evacuees. As the evacuees come to us, we keep them in families and like separate meals kind of together. We give them the rapid COVID test to make sure that they don't have any, they're not COVID positive. We've processed 1,300 evacuees currently. We started on this past Saturday until today. As soldiers, you know, we all were already COVID vaccinated, so it was a group of us that got the training from the medical team at Fort Bliss, and we got the rehearsals that we needed to, and through the chain of commands and the leadership, we all ensured our soldiers were properly trained and knew exactly what to do for the evacuees as far as administering the test or helping them self-administer the test. I mean, we're still on the current mission of helping the evacuees. They're still coming in. So at the time being, we're just doing that until we get told otherwise. A positive thing is a better outlook on the world. You know, here we experience things differently than others, so we're seeing, I guess, a way to help others than just ourselves. It's helped tremendously, honestly. We didn't know exactly what to expect first coming out here, but throughout the training it helped prepare us. 131st
Field Hospital Center is responsible for this operation for the immigration and examinations. Our main goal for this operation is to provide seamless care and support for the immigration examination process. The current process that takes place is that the first step is our Afghan guests arrive, they're welcome. We have linguists provide them an introduction of what they have to go through for the first process. So the first step is they enter through our patient administration tent where they complete a form. Once they complete that, they go through a series of other steps. They have to go through lab, they have to go through x-ray, they have to go through vaccinations. To complete the process, we have a welcome tent. And inside that sitting area is for the families. For example, we're providing diapers, we're providing food, we're providing other types of essential supplies for them. So we have teddy bears for the kids, but we're going through everything in our power to make them feel comfortable.